you can do whatever it is that you're faced with today. I just want you to know that. Before we say anything else, I just want you to know that no matter what you are up against, you got this. Hello everyone, for those of you that are new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button, give the bell a few kisses. It doesn't like to feel left out. But you don't want to miss any of this content that's designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Mandatory Suicide by Slayer. And big shock, this NSYNC loving 90s girl has never heard of Slayer. Okay, I take that back. I've heard of Slayer. I've just never listened to Slayer. So I get to be exposed to something new yet again. I feel like pretty much everything on this channel is just me going, ooh, something new. Ooh, there's a new band. Ooh, there's a new song. This isn't a request from a Patreon. It's just something I saw a lot of requests for in my comments, and I love to listen and I love to venture out. But if you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon, please make sure to do so. Link is in the description. Every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. You get priority song requests. You get a sneak peek at my reactions for the channel. Exclusive reactions I only do for my Patreons. Behind the scenes stuff, personalized stuff, and so much more. Like I said, link is in the description. I appreciate every single person that supports my outreach and my causes and my projects. So thank you if you have already joined, and thank you if you are about to go have a look-see. Like I said, today we are going to be doing Mandatory Suicide by Slayer. Okay, so first and foremost, it was talking a minute ago about the child toy's sudden death, and that is likely a reference to the tactic of using toys to lure children into their death. And I feel like the fact that that is even a sentence that I can factually state really shows and shines light on the depravity of humanity and what we're capable of. I think that, you know, enlisting in war is accepting the very real possibility that you're gonna die. It's accepting the probability of your demise. However, enlistment isn't always optional in the case of drafts, and I think that that's kind of where this is going, is being drafted into the service. Thus, the acceptance and action that could result in your own death is forced, mandatory. You know, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will go back and get that full drum solo. That's this kind of the lyrical heaviness that I would expect from a band called Slayer. It's a choke slam depiction of the horrors of war and what soldiers are faced with, and it injects you with the fear. It spills the blood into your mind and holds nothing back in spelling out that war is a gore fest that strangles not only your five known senses, but senses you didn't even know you had. You know, not quite my cup of tea, but there's definitely talent there and power there, and they do not hold back. Lyrically, vocally, they just don't hold back. And the last part, if I heard this correctly, where they were saying blood is cheap, that's mocking the sacrifices of the lives given by our soldiers. It's reducing their humanity and their worth, and they're a dime a dozen to the powers that be, unfortunately, or that's what's being depicted by that line, in my opinion. The fly swatter strikes. That was a visual I'm really glad was not depicted in a music video or something, or as far as I know, I saw the live version and was told in the comments to do this live version, but I believe the fly swatter strikes is reference to a specific type of trap that has barbs on it, the type that are designed to do further damage when you try to remove it, like when you back up over those tire strip things. If you are impaled and you try to pull it out, it does more damage. So I think that that's what that was referring to. But, you know, when you see war, when you see things like this, you're seeing things that you were never meant to see. And the brain is doing exactly what it's meant to do when it reacts in a state of shock and you go into shock and you experience trauma. The brain's doing what it's meant to do. You're not broken. It can take some real time and effort and in many cases professional help to navigate through that, because despite millennia of evolution, our brains haven't evolved to cope with horrors like that. So we have to find ways to rewrite those neural pathways after we've been exposed to things that are that traumatic. And in many cases, that requires outside intervention, and that's a-okay. You are not weak if you need someone to help you go through that process, because it's a process that you were just never meant to go through in the first place. You were never meant to go through that. You were never meant to see that. You're never meant to experience that. And the fact that you did and your brain did what it was meant to do, that's not your fault. And you can find another side to that. It's very important that you do what's necessary to process these things and come to a point of accepting yourself and loving yourself and coming to terms with what happened. And there's no shame in saying that you need a little help to do that. We all need a little help sometimes. So I know that there are a lot of soldiers here on the channel that I am always very grateful for the sacrifices that you guys have made. And hearing songs like this and watching movies with the depictions is always so humbling to know what it is you've seen and gone through that I can't fathom. Even having songs this graphic, I still just can't fathom it. But I have immense respect for the individuals that keep fighting, that keep healing, that keep moving forward and helping and inspiring others, because that's what you can do. Is if you survive, then you inspire other people to survive. So I can take it, good, bad, and crazy. Share your stories, your experiences here in the comments. That's the first step right there to healing, to moving forward as a society with mental health, is talking about it. Just sharing your story, sharing your experiences, and allowing us to bear that burden with you and to help you through that. Share this video. You never know who might need to see it. Give it a thumbs up. And I love you guys so, so, so much. Mwah.